Okay, so let's continue and do D. D says tan 540 minus x. So all the time when you get a number that is above 360, you must reduce it. By what? By minusing it by 360. It's either it is negative. When it's negative and is negative less than 360, you add what? 360. So in this problem now you can see that it is above 360. So I must all the time you add or minus what? 360. So here I will say tan 540 minus what? 360, because I want to reduce that angle. I'm not used to that angle of which is 540. So then in this problem now you can use even your calculator and say 540 minus 360, it is 180. Now I'm used to 180. Remember, I'm used to 180. 180 minus x. So now it's very easy. I can now simplify this further. Tan 180. So 180 minus which quadrant? Second quadrant is already we have no. This is the second quadrant. 180 minus is less than 180. So second quadrant, which trig ratio is positive in the second quadrant? Sine. Then cos, which means cos is on which means tan is negative. So we put the negative sign there, and 180 does not cause effect to tan. Then we'll have tan x. But we are not done. Are we done when we are in the stage of negative tan x? No, we're not done. We must all the time, in order to not lose marks when it comes to examination, they will ask you, why did you not expand that tan? Remember, tan can be expanded into sine x over cos x. So this will be negative into sine x all over cos x. Some other student can do this in this manner, which is a misconception. Elena can say, this is equals to negative sine x all over negative cos x due to this negative. So this is wrong, because this will end up being tan, which is positive. Negative divided by negative is positive, of which this one is not equals to this one. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Do not do those misconceptions. Put the negative sign aside and open the bracket and put that sine x over cos x, so that you can understand. This is very easy to be simplified. So then let's go to E. E now says cos x minus 360. Cos x minus 360. So am I used to x minus 360? No, I am used to 360, at least minus or plus, starting with the angles that I usually know. So what can I do here? I can do and say sine cos into, I can say minus 360 because 360 is negative, then plus because it is positive, plus what? Plus x. Then I have a negative angle. Wow, look at that. I have a negative angle. How can I make it a positive angle? By what? By adding what? By adding 360. All the time when the angle is negative, you must add 360. When the angle is above 360, but is positive, you must reduce it by minusing 360. So it would be negative 360 plus 360, because it is negative, plus x, which means I will get here at the end of the day, this will turn to 0. Once it turns to 0, then therefore cos will be left with x, of which your answer is cos x. This is your answer. Okay, so I hope so far you are understanding of what we are doing and everything is making sense. So let's go to F. Let's see F there. F says sine into x minus 180. That is not the arranged manner that I usually know. So I must rearrange that in such a way that is sine 180 at least 180 plus or minus. So let's see some misconceptions that learners do when they target some sort of question like this. Some learners can say sine x into minus 180 plus x. Okay, which this is correct. I can see that. Then they add. What is the mistake here? Now they are adding a wrong angle, of which is 180. I said all the time, you must add what? 360. You must add a 360 when your angle is negative. Always add 360. This is a misconception that learners can do. They can just assume that I must add 180, of which is wrong. You must add or minus what? 360 all the time. So how can we solve that one? I have said that we will arrange that in a manner that we usually know by saying what? By saying sine into 180 plus what? Plus x. So how can I make this angle positive? Because I usually get 180 plus, 180 minus, not negative 180. So I can what? Remember, all the time I have said, if your angle is negative, you must add what? You must add 360. So 180 plus what? 360 plus what? Plus x. Then negative 180 plus 360. That will be positive what? Positive 180. Then plus what? Plus x. Then now I identify the quadrant. 180 plus. Which quadrant is that one? It is a quadrant 4. Sorry, quadrant 3. Sorry. Quadrant 3, of which where is tan is positive, sine is negative. Only tan is positive in that quadrant. So I put that negative sign there. And then does 180 cause an effect to sine? No. Sine will remain unchanged. Then this is your answer. So let's do the last question. G. Here now they have given us a fraction. A fraction. This is a fraction because we have a numerator and a denominator. So let's simplify this. How can we simplify this? We know everything that we know about trig functions. It's very easy. So I'll firstly deal with the numerator. The numerator says cos 90 plus theta. How can I do that? Cos 90 plus theta, which quadrant? 90 plus. It is above 90. Which quadrant is that one? It is quadrant 2. Which trig ratio is positive in quadrant 2? It's only sine. So you put the negative there. Then does 90 cause an effect to cos? Yes. 90, remember 90 is a what? Is a cofunction. So it causes an effect between cos and tan. And we have cos, so it will change to what? To sine. It causes to change to sine. Then we'll get negative sine degrees. Oh, sorry, negative sine theta. I keep on saying degrees. I remember degrees all the time. Theta, sorry. So sine theta minus 180 degrees. How can we solve that one? Now we are in the numerator now. How can we solve that one? Remember, I am not used to this. I'm used to 180 plus, as I have already said. So you will say sine into negative 180, right? then plus what? 360, because this angle is negative. Then plus theta, because theta is positive. Do you see that? Then now you will adding by, let's solve 3 sine negative theta. So only in quadrant 4 theta is negative, but not in quadrant 3, 2, and 1. So this negative causes the trig ratio to be negative if it is not cos. If it is not cos, it causes to have a negative sign there. So I will have negative 3. I will have negative 3 sine what? Sine theta. Do you see that? I would have done. But if it was cos, it will not change. It will just be positive cos. I hope you understand. I hope this this strategy is helping you, and everything is making sense. So now let's simplify the denominator, because we are already done with the numerator. The numerator will return as it is. Now we have negative 180 plus 360. You'll have sine what? Sine 180, right? Plus what? Theta. Then negative times positive, because the negative sign will multiply it by positive sign. Negative times positive, it is negative, right? It will be negative sine theta. Then let's simplify this further. Negative sine theta divided by, which quadrant is 180 plus? It's on the third quadrant. That is correct. Third quadrant, because it's above 180. Which trig ratio is positive in the third quadrant? Only tan is positive, which means sine is negative. So we'll put the negative sign there, sine theta. Then it will be minus 3 sine what? Theta. So let's deal with the denominator, because the denominator must be simplified further. We have negative sine theta minus 3 sine theta. I have this thing saying I have negative 1 theta, 1 theta minus 3 theta, negative 3 theta. I minus 3 sine thetas into negative 1 sine thetas, into 1 sine theta, sorry. So it will be negative 4 what? Sine what? Theta. Then I will simplify this further by looking what? At the signs first. The signs is negative and negative. Negative divided by negative is positive. Obviously, I'm sure my answer will be positive. Then sine x, we have those common signs. Sine theta, we have sine theta in the numerator, we have sine theta in the denominator. Sine theta and sine theta will divide each other in such that you will get 1. So my answer that I will get, it will be 1 over 4, because it was positive. Negative divided by negative is positive. Then the theta, sine theta divided by sine theta is 1. Then I'll be left with 1 over 4. I hope you understand what I was trying to say there, and I hope this makes sense to you, and I hope you understand now. You are open-minded. What are we talking about when we are doing reduction, when they are talking about reduction, right? Be open-minded about reduction. Reduction is where they can even give you a fraction, like we did in the last example. So they want you to simplify that fraction. Have a knowledge of simplifying, have a knowledge of quadrants, of which trig ratios are positive in each quadrant. Have a knowledge of a cofunction, of which I'm talking about 90 degrees, that causes a change between sine and cos. So do some questions drilling yourself with reductions. Reductions are so easy. those are flying marks in your examination. So I will see you in the next lesson, where we will be doing, I think we will be doing proving the identities, not general solution. For now, I will trash that one. We will be proving the identities. We will be proving the identities in the next lesson. So I will be drilling you with some revision on proving the identity. But for now, we have done the reduction. I hope you understand and I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video for more revision, for more revision sections. Thank you and enjoy your day.